Victor, over here.
Hola.
This is gonna be in English. Was in English.
Got it.
This is obviously a big moment for your career. This is the first event that the UFC is having since the pandemic in Mexico. How honored do you feel, given your roots, that you are participating in this event?
Man, I'm excited. I'm really excited. I'm euphoric. I'm really looking forward for this fight. Not only, because I look forward to every fight, but it is the first time in which two of my passions in life are happening and existing together in the same place. One of them being the sport that I love, and the other one being the family that I love. And they both get to exist for the first time in the same place.
Yeah. And talk to me about the altitude, because that's obviously a big thing. We're in Mexico City.
Yeah.
It's up there. So did you do any special preparation? Did you come out here earlier? What preparation did you do around the altitude for these?
I did get here earlier. I got here about a week and a half early. And as soon as I got here, I started running, doing my VO2s, making sure that my muscles were in constant output and being able to facilitate the blood flow to it. Then I went and ran. I went to the Altamirano, and we had a great time just running, making sure that we, keep testing the output and the cardiovascular system for it.
You felt it? You felt the difference?
I felt it when I first got here, but we're good to go now.
Nice. And is it safe to say this was like a bucket list moment for you? Obviously, I know you have big goals, but I guess this being one of the smaller, medium ones, being able to fight in your home country.
Most definitely, I would say it's a big bucket list.
Yeah. And talk to me. You are coming off a loss to Tim Elliott. That was a big moment for you. How did you process that loss? Did it motivate you? Did it change anything for you as a fighter? Talk to us a little bit about this training camp coming off a loss to Tim.
What motivated me, of course, every win comes with something really exciting, and every loss comes with motivation, which is something good that happens with defeat. Is a motivation to be better. And something that really helped me was transitioning myself into that team. I am now training with Tim, with Chris Brennan and Next Gen, an amazing team. And I would say Tim has been an amazing part of this camp, alongside with, of course, the whole camp and our coaches. So not only did I come back inspired, but I came back ready and prepared with the people who tested me to do that.
Nice. And give us the report on Felipe Dos Santos. Like, what do you make of him as an opponent? Where do you think your advantages lie in this fight? And I don't know if you have any prediction on how this one will go.
Well, he's an aggressive opponent. He displayed himself very well against Cape, really wonderfully. And I know that he's going to come up straight. I know he's going to come out swinging. So we just need to make sure that we keep the pace. We got to use the elevation to our advantage. And we want to make sure that he feels the same pressure that he gives. We don't want to budge in, and we want to make sure that we are as accurate as possible.
Yeah. And lastly, I don't know if you saw, but at UFC 298, when Cejudo was fighting Dvalishvili, in the lead up to that, Merab kind of repped Mexico. He brought out the flag. He was like, Viva Mexico. And a lot of people kind of joking around were like, yo, we're going to adopt him. Maybe put him in the main event of Noche UFC. So just your feelings overall. Do you give him the pass? Is he an adopted Mexican? How do you feel about this one?
That's pretty cool. That's wonderful. I love when cultures just come together. I remember the first time I saw this in the sport in my Contender series. It was me watching the last fight of the Contender series, and for the first time in forever, I realized that more people than I thought care about the sport. Because I was watching a fight and I was hearing Russians and Portuguese speaking two different languages from two completely sides of the hemisphere, two completely different cultures that would never have touched each other, but they were both sharing this moment for this passion of the sport. And that's when I realized that this is the beautiful part about this, is that it brings us together, oddly enough, to fight, but at the end, it brings us together regardless.
So verdict, adopted Mexican?
Yeah, let's do it. He needs to first come here, drink a pulque, we'll make it.
Okay, nice. Thank you. Good luck.
Víctor,
Dígame.
preguntarte, pues, en primera instancia, ¿qué significa para ti venir a tu derecha, atrás?
Derecha, atrás, ya lo vi.
Para ti, ¿qué significa regresar a la Ciudad de México, regresar ante 20,000 aficionados que han pagado su boleto para entrar a la Arena Ciudad de México en un evento de UFC?
Pues significa algo muy importante, no solo para mí, pero para el deporte, ya que sabemos que la UFC no llega mucho aquí, y ahora que sabemos que llegó, la gente se emocionó, la gente pues compró los boletos en una hora 2 horas, ¿no? Fueron 2 horas que los compraron y ahora creo que la UFC pues notó eso y tal vez regrese más seguido y me encantaría ser parte de cada regreso que venga a la UFC.
Te fuiste muy pequeño de aquí, de México. ¿Cómo encuentras México ahora que regresas ya siendo peleador del UFC?
Pues yo he regresado varias veces desde que me vine, ya de adulto regresé por primera vez cuando tenía 31 años, ya habían pasado 20 años y pues lo encontré igual de maravilloso, igual de caluroso, mi familia igual de tanto amor que me dan y pues la verdad a pesar de todo ese tiempo lo único que cambió fue la geografía y pues la arquitectura, pero sigue siendo un México hermoso.
Finalmente, la parte de la preparación que tuviste en la altura, ¿qué significó para ti hacerla junto a todo este grupo de peleadores mexicanos?
Oh, pues bien chingón. ¿Puedo ser chingón? Sí, chingón. Dígame.
Hola, tocayo, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Respecto y complementando un poquito la pregunta anterior, nos habías comentado que llevas ya varios días acá, acostumbrándote a la altura, fuiste al Otomí, y pues en ese sentido quiero preguntarte si tu entrenamiento te ha ayudado a descubrir una forma más efectiva, por así decirlo, de encarar una pelea tan importante en el sentido del estilo que podrías adoptar, algo más boxeable, algo más de grappling. ¿Qué te ayudó? ¿Qué tanto te ayudó el hecho de compartir con todos estos peleadores y de hacer este entrenamiento a encontrar nuevas claves en tu estilo o a potenciar las que ya tienes para tratar de buscar la victoria? Gracias.
Pues en la preparación de la semana pasada, cuando estaba trabajando con los coaches de Upper, la mayoría son muy buenos boxeadores. Entonces me enseñaron y descubrí que tengo las armas necesarias para usar mis manos más de lo que lo usaba antes. Gracias.
A tu derecha igual, Víctor, acá está el fondo de la clase. Oye, preguntarte, ¿qué tiene el deportista mexicano en el deporte de combate? Sabemos que en boxeo, en lucha libre, deporte espectáculo, con ustedes se está desarrollando muy bien. ¿Qué tiene la raza mexicana o la raza azteca para salir adelante en estos deportes?
Pues tiene ganas y experiencia. Y experiencia digo porque en cada momento en que un mexicano nace, ya nace peleando. Ya nace viendo a sus padres, ya nace viendo a su familia, ya nace viendo a todo el mundo, levantándose temprano en la mañana, yéndose a chambear, yéndose a trabajar. Y cuando uno puede, pues lo hace. Esa experiencia de trabajar, de salir adelante en este país y esa experiencia de siempre darle ganas, no importa lo que estés haciendo. Cuando un peleador llega a ser peleador, ya ha estado peleando por años aquí en México. Es todo. Muchísimas gracias a todos. Con permiso.